motivated by metal. Okay, that's enough of that. My bad. If there is any question that I get asked more than any other question is, what kind of training do I need in order to become a health and safety professional? This question doesn't have an easy answer though, unfortunately. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Because this is one of those fields that someone can really fall into without having any kind of training or experience. They could either fall into the career by chance, or they get voluntold into the career, or maybe they knew somebody. There are courses that you can take to help make yourself stand out more whenever you're applying for entry-level health and safety gigs, and there are other things that you can do to help you getting into the field as well. Number one, if you have a health and safety professional at your job site, start connecting with them. Let them know what your intentions are. See if they have some tips for you as well. I mean, you're watching this video and getting some tips from me, but they may have another perspective or other ideas. So feel free to touch base and network with other health and safety professionals that meet you. Tell them that Terry sent you. Don't do that though, because they would have no idea who you're talking about, probably. Number two, if your project, company, whatever, if they have a safety committee, join it and become active in the role. Bring things to the table. Let them know what you have found in the field that can be hazardous to others. Talk about why it is a hazard, why it should be corrected, and what possible ways of correcting the hazard could be. Even better is if you can take the action on working towards getting it corrected if you have the ability to do so. This doesn't mean going out to the field and putting into the work to physically correct the hazard. Sometimes this means working with other teams or getting other departments involved on having the issue corrected if it's a little too outside of your area of expertise, or if you just don't have the means and ability to correct it. I have two more to add to this list, but I actually have to wait until later on to the video before I bring them up. Those are just a couple of ideas that I thought of before we get into the different kinds of training you can look at. If any of you have any more tips that someone wanting to get into the safety field can do, go down and comment your suggestion below in the comment section. There are several courses that you can take whenever you're trying to look into getting into the field, or if you just find yourself being tossed into the field. There are several things that you can do to help boost your competency level in the health and safety profession. The first one is relatively obvious one, and many may already know, and hopefully by this point you already have this. It's the OSHA 30 hour. Most employers, they require that their employees have the OSHA 10 hour for the industry that they're working within. But the employers mostly have their safety professionals have the 30 hour. So if you're looking to getting into the health and safety profession, this is what you need to be looking at, bare minimum, because this is the base level qualification, course, certification, whatever, that most, if not all, health and safety professionals are required to have, or at least expected to have. I say most likely because this could change from employer to employer. I find it rather odd if they would have their entry-level position require more than this, but I have to say it so nobody comes to this video and comment about, oh, this job that I wanted required me to have the OSHA rigging and skyhook qualification placement certificate exam, blah, 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 so you don't know what you're talking about, okay? I feel like it's rather obvious that these are just my suggestions. These are my tips. This is my opinions. It could be different from each person, but I feel like what we're fixing to discuss in this video will have you well on your way. So, nobody else is wanting to provide this information, so that's what I'm doing. If you don't like it, click on another video. I don't know what to tell you. That's my best Bill Cosby impression. I'm not a very good impersonator. It would be pretty cool if I was, though. Can you imagine standing up in front of a safety meeting and being Christopher Walken? That would be epic. I'm not talented, though. Anyway, moving on. I'm lumping these next two into one because they come from the same body. The Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, IOSH. IOSH has two courses that would be very good for new health and safety professionals. But the first one that you should look at is the IOSH Working Safely class. But the IOSH Working Safely course is an entry-level health and safety course that is absolutely ideal for anyone in any sector who needs to learn more about health and safety. It'll help you develop a more firm understanding of health and safety, why it is important, how people can make a difference to the safety of themselves and their colleagues. This can almost be looked at as an entry-level course because anyone and everyone can take this. And there are some employers that even put their employees in this course to help them build a better foundation and understanding to the health and safety of themselves and the environment that they're working within, to help them identify hazards and just really help make the areas safer for themselves and others. I say area, but just the workplace. The next one is IOSH Managing Safely. This course gives you a comprehensive understanding of the general health and safety issues that affect all types of organizations, and teaches you important skills like how to manage risk.
It's so very important. Learning how to manage risk.
See, I'm not good. That was Trump. I'm horrible. The work and safety course was made for anyone to go through. The managing safely course, it's made for anyone as well, but it's really made for managers and supervisors, team leaders, or safety professionals such as yourself. But it's designed for anyone to take and focuses on risk management skills that really every good leader should have. And if you're looking to be in the health and safety field, you need to be working on being a good leader as well, because that's what it's going to take to be successful in this field. If you're looking to find out how long these courses are, I can't give you an answer. Both of these courses you can find online, and so it's really just based on how much time you set aside to complete these. For example, the IOSH Managing Safely course can take you 22 hours to complete. It's usually a week-long class of sitting in a room all day going through the material. But with you doing it online, it may take you less time. It may take you more time. Who knows? It really just depends on you and how much time you set aside for this. If you were interested in taking more IOSH classes, IOSH has a ton of different awareness courses that you can take and help to beef up your knowledge level as well as your resume. So a few of these items are fire safety awareness, leading safely, which would be another very good one for you to take if you're looking at getting into this field. If you're watching this video, that's exactly what it would be a very good idea for you to take this one as well. But it should be said that IOSH, they don't give qualifications. They don't give certifications. The IOSH is more of a chartered body. Actually, that's exactly what they are. They're a chartered body. Now, you can go through and take a bunch of awareness courses and help to beef up your, like I said, your knowledge and your resume, but don't expect to go through a qualification process or certification specifically through IOSH. I'll leave the link for you to look at the different awareness courses down below in the description. But if you're worried about taking the wrong thing, don't be. It would be very hard for you to take something backed by IOSH and waste your time, as everything that is offered from IOSH is related to health and safety and would only benefit you by helping to expand your knowledge related to the health and safety field. Now here's the last thing, and this one may honestly cause a little bit of debate in the comment section down below. And you know what? That's fine. If you have other suggestions, like I keep saying in the video, comment them down below. Don't be a dick. Just allow us your infinite wisdom in the comment section, please. This is a weird day for me. I don't know what's gotten into me. I said infinite wisdom like I was being a condescending prick. I'm actually being serious. If you have suggestions yourself, comment them down below and let's help everyone. Please. Now, before we get into the last one, I want to say that if you are just getting into the field and looking to get training under your belt and you have done everything that we just talked about, you would honestly be widely ahead of the curve from a lot of those that are trying to get into the field. Not many people have the ability to do this, but if you have the ability, go to school and get a degree in health and safety. Columbia Southern University has a great college program that is entirely online and would be able to help you get your associate's or bachelor's degree in occupational safety and health. I actually go into detail about this in my health and safety career development workshop, where I pretty much go from A to Z and lay out a pathway to proficiency for you when you find yourself just getting into this field, and lay out pretty much everything that is available to you. Because there's another diploma program that you can go through without having to go through the 4-year-long Columbia Southern University program. But even after the workshop is complete, then you get to set up a free one-on-one meeting with me to help design a career development roadmap that is catered specifically to you. So if you're interested in learning more about this, send me an email. You can find my email address down in the description below. Actually, I'll just put it on the screen. What am I talking about? And let me know that you would like to hear more about it, and we can jump on a Zoom call and discuss. But the last one I would suggest you to look at will be a good investment of your time involved into getting this. The Construction Site Safety Technician, the CSST. Now, this program is developed by the National Center for Construction, Education, and Research, the NCCER. Now, I know I might be starting to lose some of you that may not be interested in working in construction, but hear me out real quick. Going through this course, you're going to learn about hazard recognition, evaluation, and control. You're going to learn about confined spaces, safety orientation and training, job hazard analyses, job JHAs, site-specific health and safety plans, employee motivation, inspections, audits, observations. It even covers OSHA inspection procedures and environmental awareness. So everything that you learn in this course, you can take with you into general industry, into construction, wherever you're interested in working in. This is going to help fuel that base level of knowledge for you to form a healthy foundation of your profession on. It's like a mixed bag of safety-related courses that'll help you gain your knowledge base. Now, I will also link the syllabus below in the description so you can take a look at the different bit of courses that you will have to complete in order to pass it. Now, there are some places that offer these courses online. However, there will be a time after you complete all of these e-learnings, all of these modules, where you will have to physically go and complete a field exercise. If you pay attention and really focus and learn during the modules, then it should be a piece of cake for you. I believe if you went to a physical classroom, it takes you roughly 5 weeks to go through it all. Since you can find the modules online, the time it takes you to complete them would be entirely up to you and your pace though. As I said a minute ago, once you successfully complete this course, you could add the CSST to the end of your name, which will let recruiters and hiring managers that even though you're just getting started, you have dedicated a lot of time and energy into trying to learn your new field. Now, will all these things guarantee you a job? Nope. There are those that have 4-year degrees who are still trying to find a job in this field. It can be tricky sometimes, but taking the courses that I suggested in this video would help you to stand out from others that may be applying for that same position and haven't done anything that we discussed, which would put you higher on the list for an interview and one step closer to getting the job that you're trying to find. Now, to get to the 2 other items that you can do to help further your chances of breaking into this field. Number 3, if you haven't joined LinkedIn yet, I highly recommend you join and post frequently. Network with other health and safety professionals. Look me up on LinkedIn. Network with me and network with the others that comment or like my posts. Make sure to tell people who you are and that you are very much wanting to join the health and safety field and see if they have any entry-level positions available. See if they have any entry-level positions available. Open. See if there's any openings. Be prepared to travel though. When you're just getting started into this field, you may have to take a gig several hours or several states away. It can be a sacrifice, but when you're trying to break into this field, beggars can't really be choosers. And number 4, when I first started, I used to hit up roadtex.com and I would do a keyword search for the word safety, and I applied for everything that I could find. Some have entry-level positions that need people ASAP. You may luck out and find a job that is just looking to fill the role and you happen to fit what they're looking for. They honestly may not care what caliber of safety professional or person they get. They just need the role fixed. But that would benefit you by getting the job, and now you can run up there and show them how kick-ass you are at being the safety professional. That comment may get some comments down below also, but you can't tell me that I'm wrong. But that would only benefit you by getting the job. And now you have found yourself broken into the health and safety field, which now that you have a little experience under your belt, will help you find your next gig. I will apologize to those that work outside of the United States because right now this message board is only for those working in the US. I am in the Middle East and I have tried to access the site and I can't even access it. So this message board is really only for those that are working inside the United States. Sadly, this is still a profession that doesn't do very well at helping those who are just finding themselves in this field. A lot of the time, those who are just starting have to resort to asking others who are in the field what they should do. What type of classes and training should I take? So that's what I try to do with my health and safety career development workshop. I didn't have anything like that when I was just getting started. And I just want to try and provide a service to others that I never had. So if you are interested in the workshop, send me an email, safetyspiel@gmail.com, and let's start the discussion. I remember when I just started in the field, and I was doing okay in the field until I got thrown into a position that I was not ready for at all. Like I had mentors that were there to help me, but I never utilized them like I really should have, because I thought that I would just have I thought I was just going to be a burden to them. But that wasn't the case at all. But I was still scared to reach out and ask for help from anybody. I never really told anybody the story of how I got fired or what it took to fire me, but I do end up going into the detail about it in this video. So click the video on the screen to hear all about how I was fired, and I also tell you about what you can do to help keep it from happening yourself.